Hello, guys. Thank you for joining me on Widows Cafe. And today I wanted to talk about, are you an emotional thinker or a critical thinker? And the reason I thought about this is because most women, we think with our emotions. And a lot of times that's not the best decision. And we need to learn to think more critical and get our emotions out of the picture. Steve Harvey's book, Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man, the reason he said this is because women stay in their emotions and make decisions from that standpoint. But thinking like a man is not all emotional and just kind of hooked up in his emotions when he's making decisions. Most men are not like that. And so we have to be smarter in making decisions and letting them come from our critical thinking skills and not the emotional side. And an example of a person that thinks with their emotions, well, one example that I can give you is years ago, Left Eye of TLC burnt down her boyfriend's house or mansion. And that's an example of someone that was reacting out of their emotions, and I believe the house caught fire by mistake, but it was things that she did to cause that to happen. An example of a critical thinker is Marjorie Harvey. From what I understand, her ex-husband was a drug dealer, a kingpin, but this is a woman that has managed to marry Steve Harvey, and she's probably almost as popular as he is at this point. So that just didn't happen, especially with the background that she had. She knew how to think critically and to basically get what she wants. Another example of that is Kim Kardashian. Now, however these sex tapes of hers ended up out in the world, it has caused her whole family to be multimillionaires. And her mother being the manager of all of that. That's not emotional thinking. That is critical thinking. So those are just some examples of a person that thinks with their emotions and a person that thinks critically. And when you are thinking critically and removing your emotions from the situation, you're looking at all sides. You're looking at all possibilities. You're also looking at what experiences you've had and what has been learned from those experiences. Again, not putting your emotions in it, but what have you learned from your experiences so you don't make the same mistake again. And just a few things here that I think that can help a person become a more critical thinker is being able to objectively look at your experience, the experiences you've had, both good and bad. And my father would always say, if you've had a bad experience and you've learned from it, it hasn't been all bad. And I believe that. Something else to do is get feedback from someone that you know, love, and trust. And I have mentioned that before my video. And so it's good if it's a person that has known you for a long time, and you trust this person, and this person has been an example to you in making good decisions in their life. So you can't go to a person and their decision making is not on point. That's not going to help you. So it has to be someone that you know, love, and trust, that you know have your best interest at hand and can objectively look at the facts and let you know if you're on point or not. Another idea is to give advice to your younger self. So with all the experience that you have come up with over the years, if this was your younger self that you had to give advice to, what would you say to your younger self? So those are just some tricks, some tips. Hopefully you guys can take those and add to the list. But the bottom line is become a more critical thinker and do not get caught up in the emotion, because emotional thinking forces you to make quick decisions that sometimes you may later regret. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you have a blessed Sunday. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, goodbye.